Yo, what's up, Council? Ace and McMillian here from the Gurren Otaku Council podcast. Here with some breaking news today in the anime verse. Bleach, the Thousand Year Blood War arc, the streaming services or the streaming rights, if you will, has been bought by Disney.
Yep.
You heard it. That is correct. Disney, the Thousand Year Blood War arc for Bleach will now be streaming exclusively, presumably, on Disney Plus. This could mean a lot of different things, but first of all, I just want to get your quick initial thoughts on the news here.
On them acquiring a Thousand Year Blood arc. I did not expect it. I definitely thought that Crunchyroll / Funimation, their powers combined, were going to keep Bleach on their streaming services, but the House of Mouse is very powerful, and they want apparently their coins in any way they can get them. And so they said we're buying the Soul Society.
That's basically what they said. And you know, when Mickey set his eyes on something, he got the money to get it if he really wanted it, which is crazy. But I mean, overall, it has a lot of fans concerned about the show because recently, a few episodes ago, we was discussing how there's this one anime called Summertime Rendering that is now currently being aired in Japan and other regions of Asia, as well as it's also streaming on Disney Plus, but it's only streaming on Disney Plus in those regions where it's currently airing at, which makes people scared because one, will we get that same treatment for Bleach? Do they plan on releasing it in bulks of episodes? Maybe, because that would be a tragedy. Anime fans, we don't like bulk episodes, at least for animes that are currently airing. If you want to give us some old stuff and release them in bulk, why not? But for new stuff, current stuff, we would prefer to watch it weekly along with everybody else, so we can stay hyped, talk shit about it on social media, things of that nature.
Yeah.
And it has a lot of people worried right now. And another thing that I didn't think of until I just did some more research on this, what if Disney decides to censor a lot of Bleach? Because we know Bleach can be very graphic at times. Not necessarily too graphic, but more graphic than the normal stuff you would normally see on Disney, if you will.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, that's definitely... what? The censoring didn't cross my mind, but now that you mention it, they could go that route. The only thing that makes me think that they might not is that recently they brought over the I believe they're R-rated. The R-rated Marvel shows from Netflix. They put those on the streaming service, and they just warn people. And then I believe right now, if you watch them on Disney Plus, they just have a warning saying, this is very graphic content and it might not be suitable for all audiences and stuff like that. So they might do something like that where they might add like warnings before some Bleach episodes. But the thing about the simulcasting, the thing that has me worried and thinks they might just do the bulk releases, is that since Disney is such a worldwide studio or company, they'll the reason that they'll wait to release it in bulk is because they have to translate it into so many different languages all at once.
I hear you,
and I'm not saying that's an excuse. I'm not saying that as an excuse. I'm saying that I'm pretty sure that's probably what they'll be doing, because for them it'll make it easier for them. Also, they just got into this whole anime streaming game. So when Netflix first started, they released their shit in bulk. So I think they just might follow suit on that.
I mean, they still technically do. They release for certain stuff. Recently, they've gotten into weekly releases, but still overall, they do season releases. They'll just release everything all together.
Oh no, trust me, I'm still waiting on that JoJo Part 2. I did not forget. I think they might, at least for right now, probably go with that. With the bulk releases. Now that's probably gonna which is gonna cause people.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, because it's gonna cause people to do what they're doing right now with Summertime Rendering and just pirate it. And that is going to hurt it slightly, as we know, because views is what really gets stuff when it comes when it comes to streaming and stuff like that. It gets stuff going. Granted, though, this is Bleach's last arc, so it's not like they're gonna be like, "Here's more Bleach if you keep watching." But
Well, I will say this to kind of at least throw a positive, note on this whole news out here, not just all negative. This might overall get some people into anime, that necessarily don't watch it because it's on Disney Plus. Like, think about all the people that's gonna have access to it that normally probably don't even know what Bleach is for the most part, or even know what anime is for the first part, but for the most part, but they're just on Disney Plus and they see it, that it might be compelled for them to start it up and watch it. Hopefully not, because that's the last arc. Just coming into the middle of the anime, the last arc, but still, it may get people into anime. Who knows?
Well, I mean, I don't know if we mentioned it yet, but when Bleach bought the rights to the 1,000 Years Blood War arc, they also happened to buy the rights to the entire catalog. So eventually, unfortunately,
we did not mention that. You are correct.
Yeah. So apologies on not mentioning it earlier, but the House of Mouse has acquired the entire thing. Soul Society, Hueco Mundo, all that good shit. So they could, people who do come across it on Disney, to your point, could start it from the beginning.
From the beginning, yeah.
Just by happening to see it, and which could be is a good thing ultimately, because it'll have more people getting into an older series. I mean, I know that's happened a bunch of times with me on Netflix. Like, I just thumb through looking for something to watch, and I'll start up this show that was out a while ago that people generally like, and I just happen to do it. Like, for instance, I don't know if did you watch Death Note on Netflix? Or
yeah, I watched it on Netflix.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a good opportunity.
By
for
the
that.
way, the English dub for Death Note slaps. I just want to say that.
Oh yeah. No, it's one of the ones that no one has complaints about, I think. So just for that sake, I think it to your point, it'd probably be good. I just want to know, like, after they get a taste of this, well, another good thing, I guess, could be, depending on, I guess, how successful anime in general is on Disney Plus, it could lead to more obscure series or other animes and mangas either getting like reboots or animated in general, because there's another person out there funding.
I agree with that, because if Disney come in with the Mickey bugs, it might make some stuff start moving. Hey, I hear you on that. And then overall, this also, I guess, if Disney does start to go into anime, if you will, it might also give Sony a competitor for anime in the West now. It just won't be this whole technically pseudo monopoly that Sony has on the anime industry in the West right now.
Yeah, because there's only besides now Crunchyroll, there's only High Dive
and
Netflix
and Amazon in some instances.
Oh yeah, Amazon. Yep, Amazon in some instances, but yeah, and so it's not that a lot of competition. So I mean, that'll be some welcome stuff. It's just that Disney is such a goddamn powerhouse.
Yeah,
they'll buy. They buy so much shit.
At the same time, Disney being Disney, just like, do they really need rights to more things? Does Disney really need more property? Like, I don't know about that. Once you look at it from that side as well, it's like, fuck Disney. What are we doing?
Yeah, because another worry that could come up is just like the Disneyfication of Bleach. Where we start, where they're like, oh wow, this is doing so great on our streaming service. We'll buy the rights to distribute product and other stuff like that, or something.
Dude, which is Bleach Disney themed clothing and everything. I can see it now.
Yeah,
Bleach,
which I don't think anybody
Disney
wants.
Ears at Disney World. Might even do if it becomes big enough, do a Bleach little world, a Soul Society, if you will. At Disney.
Which could be cool. But it's just like, how much commercialification of something you like, I guess, do you want?
Yeah. No.
Sometimes it can be great. Sometimes it can be bad. And right now, Disney has no track record for anime commercialism. So I don't know how well they do in that department.
Correct. This could either be a great thing for the anime community or it could be a horrible thing for the anime community. Because overall, if Disney does start acquiring more rights to more shows and stuff like that, it's either gonna start making people actually get Disney Plus subscriptions, or I'm pretty sure which is their goal, it's gonna start forcing more people to pirate some things, which is unfortunate, but that's just how the world goes.
We'll just have to wait and see how it is. I just know me. If people just start posting clips, I don't know what I might do because I'm not getting. I don't want to be spoiled, and I'm pretty sure majority of people. Well,
because I just thought about that. That's a real danger. If they do decide to do this in batches, that'll be crazy. Like, yeah, it'll be hard to avoid spoilers. It's almost like they're forcing you to pirate it to a certain extent, almost. If they do release it in batches,
yeah, because unfortunately, the difference between like this and the other anime that they have right now, Summertime Rendering, Bleach is a well-known series, well-known anime.
You know, series. I know I heard your opinion on having to do all these other languages because knowing Disney, they might also want to do Spanish dubs and French dubs and all these other types of dubs. But I say for the weekly release, why not just go ahead and just do just sub it, and then you can release your dubs in batches. Honestly,
yeah, no, I think that would be smart because the problem is right now if it's airing on television in Japan right now, it has the potential. There are always going to be pirates, so people are pirating it most likely currently, and even besides that, there are just in the Asian countries where it is showing on TV, people are going to tweet about it, talk about it, and for the anime onlys, that is dangerous. Yeah. That is.
I mean, even more for a business decision, it makes it more smarter to release them weekly on their end instead of doing batches because it drives people to come to their their app every week, as well as talking about it because hey, I'm watching Bleach on Disney Plus. Get a Disney Plus.
I mean, a lot of people have criticized like Disney Plus, well, not Disney Plus, but like Netflix, for instance, because they're still doing like the bulk releases where as like Disney with its originals does it weekly and it gives people the time to like talk about it and stuff like that instead of it just being like
I mean, well, like I said, I think releasing anime in batches is not a bad idea depending on what anime you are releasing because I think like I said for newer stuff weekly releases, but maybe stuff like this obscure new stuff that nobody even knows what this is, go ahead and batch that. Because if I do like it, why not just let me, watch it all at one time? And then now you have a new fan of this show, whatever the hell weird show you might be promoting at the time. Because I mean, that's what Netflix has a lot of different, animes on there that you just would not normally see browsing Crunchyroll or Funimation, and I mean they're there. Are they good?
Yeah,
some of them are, not all of them. It's a few hidden gems on there, but I mean, like you said, overall though, for the Disney Plus and Bleach thing, only time will tell whether this will be a good thing or a bad thing.
Yep,
only time will tell. Only time will tell. So, I mean, well, I guess for you, how do you feel? Do you think Disney would do the right thing and release them weekly, or do you think they're just gonna go batch? I think I heard your answer earlier, but I just want to reiterate it.
I think at least for the dubbing that they're gonna go batch. Now the thing that kind of supports them just doing batch overall is that we in the West have not gotten Summertime Rendering, I believe, at all on the streaming service yet, and I believe it took a break too, which is interesting because I would have figured out they just upload the first core.
Yeah, they came back. Then the second core started back during the summer.
Yeah, so that's why I'm surprised Disney just didn't like stream the first core, see how it did on a weekly rotation. In the American side, see how it worked, and then be like, oh, this is popular enough for us to feel like we could release this in America or other places weekly there. Now, granted, that would require them hiring a whole bunch of translators.
I'm pretty sure they already have,
but they got the money.
Translators and stuff though. Like it's Disney we're talking about.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that they don't. I'm just saying like that would probably require them to hire an influx of more. But that's still they had money. Like anybody knows they got the money.
I'm not listen. I don't want to hear nothing involving money with Disney. They got it. All right, money is not an issue for them.
Yeah, but I would hope with Bleach that they do actually do the weekly releases simply because it's Bleach, like it's a well-known name. I'm pretty sure they bought it one of the biggest reasons they bought the entire catalog is because of how well. Like it's a big three. It's a big three. So.
I would hope they do the weekly release as well, so we don't have to resort to dressing messes here on the council either. Well, I was about to say, well, no, because I have a Disney Plus subscription, so if they do weekly, I'll be fine. But yeah,
act right, Disney.
Yes, please. We want to be good, abiding citizens of the law. Disney. We want to properly pay for our anime.
We want to make sure other anime studios
to feed the animators. We
make
want to
a
feed
new
the
anime.
Producers. Okay, Disney, let's do the right thing. We're trying to put money in other people's pockets. Hell, we're trying to put money in your pockets, even though you don't need it. Oh man. Well, yeah. Like I said, just reiterate one more time. I really hope they do decide to go with a weekly release for Bleach. I just think overall it'll be more healthy for the anime community if they decide to go with a weekly release. Just in general, I can only imagine the hell that will come if they decide to do a batch release, because we saw the backlash that Netflix got for doing a batch release for JoJo's. They're still getting it now, so.
Indeed.
Well, all right. Indeed. Well, you can go ahead and take us on out here, McMillian, if you ain't got nothing else to say.
All right, guys. Appreciate you for watching. We at the Gurren Otaku Council podcast will never be on Disney.
I mean, whoa, wait a minute. If Disney come with the Mickey Mouse bugs now, hold on. We might have a different story.
It's true. That's true. But no batch releases. We'll negotiate for weekly. But with all that being said, guys, you can stay up to date with us by following us on social media at Gurren Otakus on Twitter and at Gurren Otakus on Instagram and Facebook. For those watching on YouTube, we appreciate it. Please consider giving us a like and subscribe, as well as let us know what your thoughts are on Disney potentially expanding its kingdom into anime. For my audio-only listeners, please follow the podcast, as well as, give us a review. It really helps us grow. With all that being said, guys, you guys have a wonderful week. We'll watch some great anime that's legally on a different streaming service.
Keep up the memes. The memes on this is hilarious.
Oh, yes, keep up the memes.
It is hilarious. Definitely. Please keep them coming.
Yeah, definitely keep them coming. But with all that, this has been GLC News signing off.